Hey, what's up guys? J-Wink is back after another kind of long break. I'm sorry guys, I've just been really busy with school and everything that's been going on, and I haven't really had a whole lot of time to review stuff. But I am going to be reviewing now the season 1 Luke Cage, because I watched that this past weekend and that is really fresh in my mind, and it was pretty good, I have to admit. It wasn't great, it wasn't, bad, but it was pretty good in my opinion. So let's talk about the show. So the performances in the show. Well, yeah. So let's start with the performances. The performances in the show are very good. I think every actor does a fantastic job. Like especially the returning, like Mike Holter, Rosario Dawson, the actress who plays Misty Knight, and Cornwell Stokes or Cottonmouth and Black Mariah or Mariah Dillard. They all are very well done. I really do like their characters. Shades is a very interesting character. I really did like him. He was I kind of liked him. He was kind of mysterious and he was just kind of like the silent badass. He didn't really do a lot, but he did. He was kind of interesting, I gotta say. But so yeah, there might be some spoilers throughout here, but come on, guys. If you haven't seen Netflix's show, if you haven't seen it already, it's almost been a week. So here we go. But definitely, I really did like that. I did like the performances. I think everybody did a good job overall, and there was not a character, like a person who really took me out of like, ooh, well, that's a little cringeworthy. So nothing really like that. But kind of I'm gonna talk about kind of the beginning. In the beginning, the show for me, the first couple episodes are really just like really just dragging on. They're kind of getting a little bit, they're kind of not as action packed. I'd say not a whole lot of action starts to happen in them first couple episodes, and it takes some time to develop. We gotta show these characters, and also I felt, and my worries for the show, and the reason why I wasn't pumped for this show as much as I was for like Jessica Jones or Daredevil, is because they are both very much humans, and Luke Cage to me, he can't really be running into a threat. He should be on the big screen, in my opinion, because he is the threat that he cannot really be beaten. Like, if you shoot him or you get a knife with him, you can't really affect him. But it definitely does go throughout the show explaining, like, you can drown him or you can do certain stuff with it. But they never do drown him or anything like that. But the gun from Hammer Tech, the Judas, I think that was very well. I really did like that. It was an interesting way to incorporate it, even though it took a while. But I think it still overall was pretty good. So, definitely did like that very much. And that was my problem, is because he was kind of like Superman in my opinion. Luke Cage in this kind of underground area, trying to deal with this stuff. You can't really beat him, and I think that's one of the big reasons why action was not a big part of the show. They couldn't really show that action until like probably later on, more down the road in later episodes, because you can't really, no normal human can really fight this guy unless he's got enhanced capabilities or something or other. Sorry, like that, like how at the end of in the final episode, in episode 13, when Diamondback is fighting him in that suit, that's the only way he could fight him or something. It's just a certain technology that's got to be done, and that's the way to do it. And I really, that's the problem with the character. But overall, I think it took a couple episodes to get going, but eventually it did get its stride, and it was pretty good after that. But I definitely, if I rewatch it again, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, okay, I like it. I have to watch it a couple times to kind of get the feeling of where I like it, But I think it was definitely very good. It's probably my least or second least favorite. And granted, they're all very good. I love all 4 of the Netflix shows that have came out. Definitely, I've loved both Daredevil seasons and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. But this is probably on par with Daredevil season 1 or below it, But so definitely around that area. But I definitely do like how they have to rely more on character development and how they go through with these characters and give them backstories and everything. I really did like that. Like, I did love the episode when they devoted it to the backstory of Luke Cage, when we see him in Seagate, how he met Reva and all that. And it kind of goes back to Jessica Jones. Like, it really kind of is just like interesting to see, like, ooh, maybe, it was not so bad, some certain things about her, she was very mysterious. She lied to him, so there's a lot of things like that, and it's just like, ooh, this is interesting to hear. But definitely really did like seeing that backstory. I also did like seeing the backstory of Cottonmouth and Mariah Dillard, and also Diamondback. That's something that the Netflix shows do very well, is they create their villains very well. And I think the problem with this show was there was a lot of villains. Even though it was only 13 episodes, there's 13 episodes, that's about 13 hours a piece pretty much. You have plenty of time to establish these characters. But yes, I really did like each of the villains. They each were very, very definitely, they each had they really did stand out, especially when they were shown in their younger days. And I really did love seeing how Mariah Dillard eventually killed Cottonmouth, and it was just like, because that's kind of what had to happen, because Cottonmouth killed her dad, I believe, and then she killed him. And it was kind of an interesting thing that it kind of was in the family, and so it was really interesting to see how this all happened. And I loved seeing these villains, because that's, like I said, something that Netflix does very well, is the villains. And I think that this show did it very well. And I also like seeing Diamondback to show that he has a connection with Luke Cage, and that he is still the big overall head honcho. He still has his connection to Luke Cage, and that was something interesting that I like to see. And that's something that a villain that we haven't really seen besides the Purple Man, because they like in the Daredevil villains, they don't have anything to really do with Matt Murdock, but like Jessica Jones, they definitely did. But now for Luke Cage, it was definitely stepped up, because Diamondback was his brother in a way, and it was very interesting to see that from that different area. So I like that. But yeah, I think most of the episodes were pretty good. No episode really was like awful. There was a lot of episodes where it's just like, yeah, okay, yep. But like I said, if I watch it probably a couple more times, I'll understand a little bit more. But definitely after the end, towards the end of the season, I really did I was really loving more episodes, and then, like, they became more memorable. Like, I did love that episode where Cottonmouth is, when it's kind of the end of Cottonmouth. I did love seeing the backstory behind Luke Cage. I also did love seeing when Luke Cage got shot and how he had to deal with that, and the whole procedure of how they had to put him in acid. I really did love seeing that, and that was really cool. And it showed that there is going to have to be she's going, if Claire wants to be this night nurse and help people, that she's going to have to learn how to especially help Luke Cage, because he's the only one that's going to have to require a lot of extra attention. But yeah, and I think Luke Cage will work better. I think, in my opinion, Luke Cage works better for, like, as a side character maybe, but definitely with different villains, I'd say. And if they do a season 2, I would like to see him and Iron Fist be together, like a Heroes for Hire thing. I'd really like to see that, and them fight a villain that would both be a match for both of them, and that could also bring an impact on Luke Cage. Like if Cottonmouth comes back, or a villain like Cottonmouth who has that strength that can, get him. It'll be interesting to see if they can do that. But yeah. Definitely, if you guys haven't already, please check out Netflix's Luke Cage. Definitely something you guys are gonna have to check out. And also, hopefully, it'll be coming soon. The rest of them, I know that Jessica Jones will be coming out later, but I also got the Daredevil Netflix. If you guys haven't already, on Blu-ray or DVD, you can get them from the UK, and it saves you a lot. If you don't have a Netflix account or something like that, go and buy this on Amazon. You got to go to the bottom and click United Kingdom and make sure you buy it on there. And it's definitely cool to have, especially for like Marvel completionists like me. I like having all of them. Hopefully they get Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 out. Hopefully eventually. I know they put Agent Carter out. That Agent Carter Season 2, that's also on the United Kingdom one, so that's also on Amazon. This Jessica Jones Steelbook, that's on Zavvi.com, so if you want that, pre-order that, do it on there. But yeah, guys, enough about that. So, I will give you my rating of Luke Cage Season 1. I will give Luke Cage Season 1 probably a 4 out of 5 winks. Definitely have some good episodes, very great episodes, and some okay episodes. But it was pretty cool. And that's saying, sweet Christmas. It was awesome. It was really cool to hear some of them saying, and it was also very cool to see and listen all and hear all the references and everything like that. And if you guys haven't already, if you guys want to learn about references, go watch Mr. Sunday Movies. Easter 10, like all of the Easter eggs in Luke Cage, if you guys want to know that. So yeah, guys, I also I'll explain later on a little bit down the road why I'm not going to be doing Flash or DC's Legends of Tomorrow reviews anymore. But my Star Wars Rebels reviews will be up soon, and my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode will be up soon, since there was no Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I'm Jay Wink, and I'm waking out, and I'll see you guys later.